Hi, this is Linda, and we're doing our beginning American English. I think this will be a short video. So I want to say a few things before I get into the actual lesson. For one thing, I want to make sure you understand I don't do this to make money. That's why I don't ask, please subscribe or like. That's not important to me. I just want to help my students and also anyone else who wants to be more comfortable speaking and listening to English and who wants to be more confident in speaking and listening to English. I have made several videos and I wanted to make sure you understood how they are arranged. When I first started out, I called them all Explaining American English, and the first one started very simply with consistent consonant sounds, inconsistent consonant sounds, vowel sounds. This is just an explanation of history. Some people really don't want to know that. And then I go on with pronunciation, tips and tricks, and then I switched to building sentences very simply with forms. I went through all of those. So all of these lessons, those that are on pronunciation and those that are on building American sentences, are under Explaining American English if you try to look them up. And then I have more videos that I called Beginning American English. This is in the series I'm doing this time. I'm doing 11 right now, and it's the alphabet, first conversations. If you've looked at any of those are the topics. Notice one is called Asking Questions, and this one is also question words, so they're related. And then I did a series on, there's supposed to be a little bit more advanced talking in American English, and I've done lessons 1 through 10 on that one. From now on, I'm only doing beginning American English and talking in American English, and I will switch back and forth between those two. When I get to this lesson, lesson 11, question words, I wanted to remind you of the earlier video. I talked a little bit about question words, and then I went mostly into how to make a question when you don't have a question word. As a review, I am a student. You switch this over to the front. Am I a student? Or you can do it with your voice. I am a student. We did that already. I'm not going over that, but I wanted to remind you that these are other ways to make questions that do not use question words. And you can look back at that video if you want to review that. But now I want to look a little bit closer at the question words. Who, what, where, when, which, why, how, what kind or what type. We expand how to how many, if you can count them, or how much if it's just the volume of the thing you're questioning. The sentence asks a question about a noun or an adverb, and an adverb is something that answers where, when, why, or how. If that's in the sentence, there is a word or a phrase or clause that isn't named, so these words take its place. The question word replaces the noun or adverb. So here are some examples. Who is this? I could say, who is he or who is she, or one of other pronouns, but who is this? And sometimes if we're not sure, we might want to repeat it. This is who. Or you can make a longer question. Do you know who this is? Yes, I know who this is. This is my friend Alan. Now the little question is inside the statement here. So it ends at a period. But the question is hidden inside. Who is it? It's this is, except in this one it's who is this. This is a linking verb, so which one we put on which side doesn't change the word who. However, you see the green sentences, because the verb is cannot have a direct object, it stays who, no matter which side of the verb it's on. But if it is an action verb that you're using in your sentence, you might have the who as a direct object, in which case it would be whom. You can't tell it's a direct object by the order of the words in a question. If we change it to a statement, it would be, you did call whom, and it would be at the end of the sentence. As you called whom, now it's at the end of the sentence where you would expect a direct object to be. And let me read all these together then. Whom did you call? You called whom? Do you know whom to call? And then the answer, yes, I know whom to call. I know to call the police. Now there's an interesting thing about the word whom. We don't like it very much. So many times we are going to say who instead of whom, even though it should be whom. So don't worry about it. If you say who instead of whom, a lot of native English speakers do the same thing. I don't know why. But if it's a direct object, it's supposed to be whom. It's sometimes hard to find in a question though. So now we go to what. What is this or what is it? You can use other pronouns in this spot. What is this? Or this is what? And then a longer question. Do you know what this is? Yes, I know what this is. This is a nut. Okay. What kind or what type of nut is this? This is what kind of nut? This is what type of nut? Kind and type almost always mean the same thing. Do you know what kind of nut this is? Do you know what type of nut this is? Yes, I know what kind or type of nut this is. It is a walnut. These are sentences that I hope you will practice reading yourself. Stop the video, read the sentences until they sound natural to you. Now we have where. I'm sorry my voice is a little bit hoarse today. It doesn't sound like me, but I can't do anything about it today. Where did they go? The location. I don't know the location yet. I'll know it down here, but I don't here. Where did they go? They went where? Do you know where they went? Yes, I know where they went. They went to a movie. I wish I could go too. When did she arrive? She arrived when? Do you know when she arrived? Yes, I know when she arrived. She arrived at 9 a.m. And the word which, many times we put which one with it, but you don't have to, so I put it in parentheses. Which is this, or which is it? Or which one is this? This is which one? Maybe this is which, but I would rarely say this is which. I would say this is which one? Or which one is this? Do you know which one this is? That's the longer version of the question. Yes, I know which one this is. It is the one they need for the meeting. I'm assuming it's something like a document, a piece of paper, and there is one here and one here and one here, and I pick up this one. Which one is this? Do you know which one this is? Yes, it is the one they need for the meeting. And it means with which, when you use the word which, you're usually picking from several. Which one? This one or this one or this one? Which one? Next is why. Why is the bus late? The bus is late. Why? When we put it at the end, we usually emphasize it every time I've done that. The bus is late. Why? Do you know why the bus is late? Yes, I know why the bus is late. The bus is late because it had a flat tire. That will make it late. Here's the question word, how. How will you decorate the cake? You will decorate the cake. How? Do you know how you will decorate the cake? Yes, I know how I will decorate the cake. I will decorate the cake with white icing and yellow flowers. Now, every time I underline one of these, that means this is what the how would have been. I will decorate the cake with white icing and yellow flowers. But if I didn't know yet, I would put how in its place for all of these sentences. And then versions of how. How much? How much money? I'm not saying how many dollars or how many quarters. It's just money in general. How much money will you need? You will need how much money? I'm surprised. That's too much. Do you know how much money you will need? Yes, I know how much money I will need. And here's the answer that fills in for all of these. I will need $25. That's the amount. And pause it if you need to while it's up and practice. How many, now I can count them. How many cookies did she bake? She baked how many cookies? I'm shocked. Do you know how many cookies she baked? Yes, I know how many cookies she baked. She baked 3 dozen cookies. A dozen is 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, 3 times. She baked 3 dozen cookies. Okay, those are the question words. And I have an idea for the next one. I think it's going to be fun, but you'll have to wait and see next time. I hope this is helpful, and let me know if you have suggestions or comments. Thank you. Bye-bye.